Hey. She won't get up. Hasn't been really that fun. Go to the doctor and get that looked at. You sleep like a baby? I was dead. I'm like, what is going on? Can you get up on your own? We've just been so ill. I'm creating bad habits, I realize. Good morning. It is Sunday and we have completed lambing yesterday, and I have finally caught up with tagging. So the final number for this group was 268 lambs out of 98 ewes. Bella was open, so I just threw her in this pen next door yesterday. So I believe, yeah, 268 lambs out of 98 ewes is just over 2.7 lambs per ewe, I believe. 268 divided by 98. Yep, 2.73 lambs per ewe, which is really good. Yeah, we will break down these numbers maybe tomorrow after I get a little bit of rest. Quite a few bottles still with these guys, these little stragglers. This second little flush of ewes hasn't been really that fun. I had 3 ewes with retained placenta, still treating 2. One finally dropped hers this morning. Just some really, a couple rubber lambs, a couple weak lambs that I'm still working with here. So yeah, it's just the second flush and you just want to be done, and there's still lots and lots of work. What are we gonna do with you? So I hate doing that to the mom because she loves her babies. She had milk. She definitely doesn't have as much. There's something going on with her and she's really weak on her back leg. So I'm gonna actually make her her own little pen because I had to pull her lambs because I don't want her to fall on them, but I also don't want her to fall on these guys. So I'm gonna just set up a little pen for her. Forgot to say too, I did treat this ewe this morning. I treated her with calcium and glycol. It's very similar to preg tox, except for it happens after they lamb, so their levels are just out of whack. If I had my guess anyway. But she's eating, so that's good. I'm gonna give her some water. Or she's got a pinched nerve, but I don't know why she didn't have a pinched nerve right after birth. Like why she would wait this long to show it. Okay. And this is the rest of them. They have their own little pen. I'm gonna keep them separate from the big group for at least a week or two. Just wanna get the little ones, I just want them to develop their own little bit of immunity before I mix them with lambs that are, they're probably only about 10 to 12 days older. I don't think they're a full 2 weeks older because these guys were born on the 17th, 18th, 19th. And I think this group was born on the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So we're like, yeah, we're in and around that like 10 to 12 days. So we're not too crazy spread out for age. I really like to keep ages tight. I don't want to have to dedicate a whole pen to these guys. So they will go in with the ones that are a bit older, but not for a week or two. But the only problem with that is we do have to pail water. So that's the only kind of hiccup. All right, I finally got a second to sit down with you guys and go over my results. I did take a few minutes this morning and come up with a final count. Okay, spring lambing 2025. We had 268 lambs out of 98 ewes, which is a total of 2.73 lambs born per ewe. Out of those, 11 were born single. There was 28 sets of twins, 38 sets of triplets, 18 sets of quads, and 3 sets of quints. So I think our quints and sextuplets are going down, so that's good. Mortality at birth. So this, when I say mortality at birth, it's not necessarily their like DOA, dead on arrival. It's more like within the first 24 hours is kind of what I say there. We had 25 out of the 268, which is a total of 9.3%. And I'm pretty sure most of the time I'm well over 10. So that alone is a huge improvement. 18 of those were stillborn. 1 got laid on. 2 were mummified. 2 were stuck, and 2 were weak. We have right now, currently, I just added 2 more, so that's actually up to 70 bottle lambs. And then I have in brackets 1.8 lambs per ewe left nursing. Even though I pulled a couple more lambs, that ewe isn't nursing, so I didn't really change my lambs per ewe nursing right now. And I think we've been sitting at about 1.6 the last couple lambings that I've calculated this number. This number is probably one of my most valuable numbers, I would say, is to be able to give that to Courtney to come up with a really good feed ration for my lactating girls, to make sure they're not getting overfed or underfed. I think in the past we've overfed them, and that's what gets us into this cumulative weight gain, which eventually perhaps leads to preg tox. Speaking of preg tox, we had 3 ewes go down with preg tox according to their ketone levels. I tested them. 1, we, as you know, we treated for like 8 days. We got her turned around and she had a beautiful set of triplets. She actually had quads, but 1 was one of those mummified lambs. The other 2, 1, I still think she had a pinched nerve or something going on. I think a lamb was just not sitting nicely on her leg, because as soon as she lambed, of course she had no milk either, so maybe it was legit. I let her kind of just recover for a few days in a pen by herself. I pulled her lambs, put them on the nanny, and then within a few days she was up and moving around with the group. So she's actually out there right now. She should not be in that group, but she will be probably shipped, unfortunately. But we've gotten her back on her feet, which is good. And then the other one I actually ended up euthanizing because she actually had a blown like ligament sidewall, so I don't know how many lambs she had in her, but I'm gonna guess she had quite a few. So yeah, so we had 3. And then this time I calculated how many foster lambs I had, and I had 3. that I was able to foster successfully. I tried with a few more, but was not successful, according to my notes anyway. Wish I could foster more, but for me, fostering really is a timing thing. All in all, I would say this spring lambing was quite successful. I would love to see my notes from last spring. I do have everything calculated somewhere. Yes, I do have them in here. Spring lambing 2024, we had 231 lambs born out of only 83 ewes for a total of 2.78 lambs per ewe, and we're at 2.73 this spring. I want to know my mortality. Okay, my mortality was 35 out of 231, so I had 15% mortality, and this time I had 9. So that's amazing. That is like one of my all-time, like lifetime goals. Sheep farming is to get that mortality number down. But yeah, just nice to go back and just compare the two lambing groups. The mortality is a big shock, so I'm happy about that. Anyway, still sort of working with these lambs. I do have a cute little story, and I'll show you the lamb in a second. I had a little lamb. I don't think I talked to you guys about this. It was a set of quads that was born, I believe, on Good Friday. Never, ever got up and stood or walked or anything. Just a flat out pancake for like, so that would have been Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Today's Monday. And the last couple days, like the first day, I was like, oh, why am I like... It kept drinking, so I'm like, well, I'm not giving up on you because you're a good drinker. So I just kept feeding it, because sometimes they do come around after like the first 24 hours. It just wasn't sitting in mum right, or there's just a bit of a pinch. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to give up on you. And I kept feeding it. And then by like day 3, I'm like, oh my goodness, I don't want to keep feeding you and then have to do the ultimate like thing that I hate doing with lambs. So I'm like, who knows? Maybe she'll turn around. She or he, I can't remember. Anyway, yesterday I was able to finally like stand her up for a little bit and like showing some promise, but I still didn't really get my hopes up. But she's drinking a lot more per session, so I'm like, I don't know. And then this morning I came in and I was like, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 are up and walking around. I was like, she did it. So that was a heartwarming little story. So very happy I did not give up. I don't give up on any of them, but sometimes I like just berate myself, because you're like, what are you doing? You're just prolonging the inevitable. All in all, I think we had 3 really, really hard days, like hard physically. But I would say other than those 3 days, I mean, I can say that now because it's over. It went pretty good. And then a lot of people just comment and say, you know, why don't you get more people? This is really, really strategic work. And it's taken Carissa and I a lot of years to figure out our rhythm and our flow. And to bring another person in, it would take quite a few lambing groups. It would probably take a year of going through those 3 lambing groups to really get someone up to speed. And even at that, it's like I really only need them for like 3, 4 really crazy days, and really just on lambs. I could have a person just doing lambs, and Chris and I would still be really busy. But I know she really likes it, and she's really good at it, and that's really hard to like substitute her out for someone else who's training when she's just so good at it. So I don't know, I definitely thought about it a little bit with this lambing group, but not quite there yet, and our numbers really just don't justify it yet, you guys. I know it appears that way on film, but we're only lambing out 100 ewes, and most farmers are lambing out, my friends Romy and Ryan are lambing out like 320 right now, just the 2 of them. So it's the way we do it, and I think our numbers are suggesting we're doing stuff okay. And that's all I need to see. Other than that, I've kind of kept these lambing vlogs as lambing vlogs, and I haven't really ventured out and showed too much more going on. And honestly, not much has been going on because we've just been so ill. And now I've spread my germs to Mr. Barack. So I hope he gets feeling better before we're needed hardcore in the fields. He's done a little bit of work. I'm rambling. Thanks for being here with me this spring. We've had some ups and we've had some downs. We've had some challenges, but overall, very happy, I think, with this group. You big ones, you need to get on the machine. Give me a little squirt. Hi, sweetie. How are ya? You coming to say hi? Hello. This is my buddy who found his legs, her legs today. Dinya, yes. Oh. Not quite strong enough for the nanny yet, though, unfortunately. There's a couple in here that aren't. And then I pulled the triplets off, so I'm still feeding them the bottle, because they don't know how to drink out of the bottle. One is pretty good now. And then the big one should drink out of there. They're just being stubborn. Especially you. You're being stubborn. Whew. Good day. You did good. Okay. Good morning. Hello, how are you today? Gotcha. Get some food? Oh. You look very happy. Good afternoon. I can believe, because it's been like the longest winter and spring ever, but I can't believe we're back in the fields. Mr. Brock has been busy when he can, when it's not snowing or raining or too windy. He has been busy fertilizing our winter wheat. So I believe over the weekend or just before the weekend, he did our dry fertilizer, and I think that's sulfur. And today he's putting on the nitrogen being kind of the bigger quantity of stuff. So he sprays on the nitrogen with our sprayer, and I'm on tender duty. So we have the excess in here, so he doesn't have to keep going back and forth to the house to fill up. Just saves on some road time with that sprayer. So yeah, he just started that right now. It's been too windy the last couple days, so he's been actually working on some equipment. He sort of had been putting off a lot of the equipment stuff because the shop was full of all his woodworking stuff for Jess's apartment. So just a couple weeks ago, he finally got Jess's stuff done, and he was able to put his strip till freshener unit in to get redone this spring. So he's been busy while I've been lambing. So yeah, we've just been sort of puttering away behind the scenes. And yeah, I literally finished lambing on Saturday, and we're already in the fields, and that typically happens in April. But it's nice to be out here. The day has kind of gotten away from me. I had to go to the doctor. I had a spot on my back that Mark actually noticed, and he said, go to the doctor and get that looked at. So the doctor has assured me that it is not cancerous, and she sprayed it actually with liquid nitrogen, and it really burns. So that's why I'm leaning forward a little bit, not to get closer to this camera. So yeah, so that's really what's been shaken today. And I'm just sort of on call for him, and I'm still sort of trying to train some new bottle babies. So yeah, I've just been kind of wearing two hats today, as I do in the spring and fall. This is actually our new tender wagon. Our friend Scott made this up for Mark over the winter, maybe? So they dropped this off in the spring. It's just a little nicer to get around versus that big, long sort of tractor trailer attachment we had. We had that for years, and he switched over to this so we can drive it around with the tractor. A lot easier. This is our winter wheat. It's greened up nice here over the last little while, but she's in good need of some fertilizer. I'm down to 2 bottle lambs that are not trained on the machine, so we're getting there, slowly. However, this pen, I don't know if I talked to you guys about it. I'm pretty sure I talked to Instagram about it. We had a few ewes in this pen that unfortunately had quads and quints, and they were just really not great ewes to have quads and quints, and we're paying for it now. And even some ewes that were giving lots of milk at the time, we couldn't pull the lambs off them. And this is what's happened. We have created bottle lambs, and I always in the past have gone through the pen when I see any lambs going hunchy, and I'll offer a bottle, and if they take it, I'm so happy because I can kind of turn them around. Well, last week when we had the cold snap, oh man, there was probably half a dozen that were hunched. I'm like, what is going on? So we have been feeding about 4 bottles a day in this pen, and they sort of attack me. I've been sitting here because I've been trying to get away from them, and now they're following me in here, which is... I'm the most popular kid in school now, which is really quite a feat. So I'll just let you guys enjoy the show. All right, you. Ducky, where are you going? Ducky. Ducky, I'm right here. Come here. You want to go first? This lamb, I mean, Belinda would be quite happy. It looks Charlet to me. I think it's Rito, but it's like bald, sort of. Anyway, I was sort of thinking it was my little ugly duckling, but he's so cute. He. So I've been calling him Ducky. This is Ducky. And you know your name, don't you, Ducky? Yes, you do. He's like velvet, though. He's so soft. Okay, you want your bottle? He was the first one I saw go backwards, so he's been getting the bottle for quite a while. You want some? No. There are your legs. Come here, show everybody your legs. Come on up. Come on up. Can you make the climb? Hi. Good baby. Don't break your leg again. So this is the one that had the broken leg. And she's doing perfect. You're perfect. Sorry. Sorry. I'm creating bad habits, I realize.
Do you want to tie that?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I have it.
Yeah, you can't really tie it from that side, can you? I got my massage last. Oh, did you sleep like a baby?
I was dead. Even this morning, I'm like, I could sleep for another 3 hours.
Jess actually sent me a girl's Instagram handle. She's in Clinton. And she just pops up on Instagram. So I have a free hour between 11:30 and like, she'll just say, tomorrow I'll have an appointment at 11:30 and you just DM her. But I wasn't following her, so then I had to follow her. And then sure enough, showed up. She had one at 11:30 and one at 2:30 today.
Oh, really?
They just went on.
Yeah, hopefully we go.
Yeah, probably not. We can't be that lucky.
Back in like last time.
Yeah. Good afternoon. We've been sort of all over the place today. We went first thing and dropped off some market lambs. We're empty now. We finished off our tail enders. I think there was 41 on that load. I haven't sat down and figured out sort of what the stats are on that group yet. But if I have a chance yet, it's already 3:45, so it's probably not gonna happen today. But tomorrow is probably like some sheep stat day, because my sweet Corny is coming tomorrow. But I did get an email from our dealer who had our apron chain. We bought an apron chain before, oh man, when we were having all those feed cart problems. So yeah, this has been in for basically since I started lambing. They emailed me like the day we started. I'm like, yeah, I'll get there. And then he emailed today and was like, have you forgotten? I'm like, who, me? Yes, I did. So we have this, and I also asked about the feed cart, same company, and we're not gonna be getting it till like May 2nd, I think. But it's nice to have sort of more of a solidified date. And thankfully, knock on wood, knock on all the wood, the cart has been not acting up, so that's sort of a relief. And we do have this if we need it, which is good. I think the kind of what the plan is use the new one when it comes, but get the old one all fixed up. And whether we just sit on it or maybe sell it, I told Mark I think I'd rather sit on it, so then if we're ever away and Chris has issues with the new one, she's got a really good spare to rely on. Hey lady, how are you doing now? Can you get up on your own? No? Still treating this lady for milk fever. She seems very perky. She's been eating and drinking, but she's not walking a whole lot yet.